What's up guys, QHJ3 Austin here, and welcome back to part 9 of Let's Play Dark Void. So, last time we defended the Ark, and this time we're gonna defend the Ark some more. And also, once the cutscenes are over, I have a little update to give on my whole dental thing, my whole orthodontist situation, like I said in the first couple parts. I don't know if you can hear it already, but obviously some stuff happened in between parts 8 and 9. But I'll let you guys watch the cutscenes, and I'll tell you afterwards.
The war on Earth has begun. France will be the first to fall. For centuries, we have labored in silence, struggling against the Watchers in their will to enslave mankind. Now, from this forsaken place, they push the world towards its darkest hour and pave the way for their return. Do you know why you are here, Will?
It was an accident, right? Hey, listen, with all due respect, I'm just looking to find a way home.
You bear the mark, Will. They do not see it, but I do. We are here, each of us as part of a larger plan, each with a purpose. When we reach the broken land, you will discover yours.
Whoa! What the?
They have found us. We must defend the Ark.
Like we did last time. Really, it's not that different. The only difference is that this time, the Ark is moving.
Watch your aircraft. Bearing in on the Ark.
We got it.
Now you start out in this biplane, ditch it immediately, get in the double A gun. That's the only way to be effective in this mission. Which is so unbelievably long. Anyway, so as I was saying, so in the first couple parts, I said that I was getting my expander, which is the thing that basically, it's gonna widen my upper jawbone, and, like, it makes more room for my teeth and stuff. So, I got that, and you can probably hear it's giving me a slight lisp. Like, I can't, since it's on the roof of my mouth, so I can't exactly talk properly right now. Cause, yeah, cause I can't, my tongue can't touch the roof of my mouth, meaning that I can't pronounce words correctly, so, at least some words correctly. So, that's probably gonna be, like, in my next, I don't know how many videos, but quite a few. Anyway, so that's that. You're gonna be hearing me with a slight lisp from now on, at least until I get it off, which I have no idea when that is. Probably some months, but we're just gonna have to make do until then, right? So literally, this mission is literally, and I said literally twice, you're in the Ark, or you're defending the Ark, and it's moving so unbelievably slowly, and there's only some enemies that'll pop up from time to time, and yeah, you can't speed it up at all. You cannot speed up the Ark. You literally just have to sit here and wait. It's so stupid. And when I did my practice run, this mission is like half an hour long. It's no joke. So, I'm gonna be splitting this up into the next 2 parts. We're not gonna be doing the whole thing. Luckily, I do have a place that I am gonna cut it at for part 10. Oh yeah, so as I had said in part 8, how I was gonna do some, or I was gonna tell some stories. I did pick out a couple. I hope I have enough time to say both of them. I should at least. So the first one, this is more of a funny story from when I was like, I think I was around 4 or 5 at the time, right? And like when you're a little kid, you tend to have an imagination, like you wonder big things, if that makes sense. And when I was like really little, so do not hold me to this now, this is when I was really little, I had this, like, I always wanted to fly. I had this obsession with flying. I don't know what it was. Like, I literally wanted to just sprout wings and fly like a bird. I'm not kidding. Like, and it wasn't just flying either. It was being elevated in any sense. Like, let's say I went to a hotel, right? If I was on the 2nd floor or above of that hotel, I was happy. I'm like, ooh, I'm flying, I'm flying. I have no idea what my problem was back then, but I had to tell you that for this to make sense. So, in the house that I used to live in when I was younger, we had this one hallway. It was a kind of narrow hallway, and like it was small. It was narrow enough that I could, if I did the splits, both of my feet would touch each wall, if that makes sense. So, and because of my obsession with this whole flying thing back then, I decided that I wanted to get as high as I could, and I put both legs, like, one on the wall like I was doing the splits, and I slowly started to climb up the wall, 1 foot after another, till I was literally at the top touching the ceiling, and I was there, and I'm like, ooh, I'm flying, this is so cool. And then I've had my fun, and I realized that I want to get down. Only, I was like 4 or 5 years old at the time, and the drop was, for me at the time, was kind of big, and so I was afraid to jump, so I figure I'm stuck there, and so I start calling for my mom. I'm like, Mommy, help me! My mom comes over to the hallway and sees, and I think she was like, where are you? And I'm like, I'm up here! And she looks up and she just sees me up there, like at the ceiling. I'm literally laughing right now thinking about it. She literally looks up and I'm just there on the ceiling. and she grabbed, like, she had me jump into her arms, right? So I got down, and she was like, what were you doing up there? And I'm like, I wanted to fly. It was the weirdest, one of the weirdest days of my life. So yeah. And again, I apologize if my lisp is bad, but there's literally nothing I can do about it. They literally took these things of glue and, like, literally glued the expander into place, so I couldn't even get it off if I wanted to. It's stuck there until they take it off. Yeah, you see how slow this mission is and why I decided to tell some stories. I mean, this mission was totally ridiculous. This is when the developers just said fuck it, and they just decided to put in a filler, like a filler level, because they couldn't think of anything else to do. This mission's like half an hour long, so I hope my commentary is interesting enough. Because if there was no commentary, you guys probably would have clicked off the video by now. Anyway, so I'm gonna try to fit in another story. This one's a bit longer, and it's more of a serious story.
Central power is back up.
Okay, first of all, something a bit plot-related just happened. Nikola Tesla, he put the central power up, which, you see the health bar on the left for the arc? It increased that. So, yeah, it's back up to full health. Yeah. So, another story I have. So, this is when I was about 6 years old. I was definitely 6 years old. This I remember very clearly. It was
You're gonna tell me how long you and
I think it
Attila
was
known
August of 2004, I want to say.
before we got here?
And
Before NASA?
I was at my local pool.
We work together.
Athenor Industries or something. Some organization nobody knows exists.
What it makes the difference.
First of all, there's actually dialogue going on, probably one of the only lines of dialogue.
When the arc says
Sorry I talked over it, but basically what they said was that, somehow Will figured that Ava and Atem knew each other from somewhere before everything in this game happened. They knew each other beforehand. So, back to my other story. So I was 6 years old. It was the August of 2004, and I was at my local pool, and I was young at the time, so my dad was basically going around with me everywhere, and this is my first time going to the pool, by the way. This is my first time there, and I saw the high dive and thought, oh, that looks so cool, I want to do that, Daddy, I want to do that. So I get in line, right? My dad is standing over by the side watching me, and I start, it's my turn at the high dive because there was a line. So I start climbing up the ladder. I'm going. I'm brave enough that I definitely was going to jump. But I didn't exactly get to jump because when I was at the second to last step on the ladder, I lost my grip and I fell onto the pavement below. And I did not fall into the water. I fell onto the concrete below from the second most high ladder thing. And I don't really remember the fall. I remember like 1 second I'm climbing, the next second I'm on the ground. My back and the back of my legs are both in pain. I have scrapes. I start crying like a motherfucker because I was in so much pain. I got up and ran to my dad, who was running towards me at the time. And, I mean, he carried me, he and a lifeguard who saw the whole thing, carried me over to the place, like at the front of the pool where they have kind of like a little area for if somebody gets injured. They called the ambulance. They literally put me in a neck brace because they didn't know, like how serious the damage was. And so they call my mom up to the front place, right, to where I was, and she thought that she had maybe misplaced her wallet or something, like one of her possessions was lost and someone found it and returned it. That's what she thought it was. She comes into the room, sees me in a neck brace, and she didn't know what happened at the time. She just walks in the room, sees me in a neck brace, and her immediate instinct, she breaks down crying. And, I mean, my God. Look, they took me to the hospital, right? They put me in a room, they checked me out. I forget if they did x-rays or what, but they figured that since I got up and ran to my dad at the pool that I must not have broken any bones, but they wanted to test it. So they said they give me a test and if I pass the test, then I would be allowed to go. Like, I didn't have any broken bones and I would be allowed to go. So they basically had me like do jumping jacks. They had me jump around like on one foot and stuff. They had me do a bunch of like this physical stuff. And I did pass the test. And they let me go, obviously, since I passed. So, yeah. Also, when they let me go, they said I did such a good job. They gave me this, I think it was like an orange creamsicle. No, it was a popsicle. Just an orange flavored popsicle as like a reward. And so I start like licking it, eating it, right? And my tongue gets stuck to the ice. Like, you know, in A Christmas Story, the movie, where, one kid, what's his name? Damn, I forget his name. It was one of Ralphie's friends. I can't believe I forget his name. I shouldn't forget his name. But, something like Flick or something like that, I think. Anyway, so he got his tongue stuck to the, flagpole. It was like that. I got my tongue stuck to the ice on the popsicle, couldn't get it off. It was stuck there. So they had to take warm water and pour it over my tongue to melt the ice and get it off. My tongue was sore after that. And for like the next week after the whole thing, since I did have some scrapes and bruises on my back and the back of my legs, we had to keep on putting on bandages and like ointment and stuff to like keep it from getting infected. Yeah, that was not a fun experience. That's pretty much my second story. The time that I fell off the high dive and went to the hospital. Not a fun day. Cause you know, I was excited. It was my first time going to my local pool. I really wanted, like, I was excited to do stuff. And then I ended up going to the hospital. It was really upsetting. Oh crap, we still have time to go, and unfortunately I didn't think of another story. Alright, I'll try to think of one right now. So if there's, I apologize if right now there's a little, it lacks in commentary for the moment. I'm gonna try to think of another story if I can. You know, honestly, I can't really think of anything. Damn, I really wish right now that I had thought of another story, but honestly, I thought that those two stories would carry me through enough to, get through this part, because honestly, there's nothing to talk about. You can see just by looking at the video. I hope this is a video that you're just kind of listening to. Like, you're just kind of subtly watching, but not really paying attention. But I hope you're more paying attention to the commentary, because this level is really boring. Like, you can see there's literally nothing going on right now. So if I were to try to talk about the game itself, I don't know, you see this, this one pillar right here, right in front of me where the reticle is? Looks like a giant piece of shit. Yeah, that's the, commentary that I think of at this point. There's nothing to say here. Oh look, I'm shooting these guys. But guess what? We've been doing that for like the past 15 minutes. And it ain't over yet. Oh, it's not over yet. I don't know, how about when I was little? This isn't really a story, this is just something that happened in my childhood, but when I was little, like, when me and my sister were, like, really little, we were, my mom, or our mom, me and my sister, literally forbid us from watching 2 shows that are aimed at kids. I couldn't believe it. They're older shows, I think it was Drake and Josh and Lizzie McGuire. Drake and Josh from Nickelodeon, Lizzie McGuire from Disney Channel. She forbid us from watching both of those. Why? Because there was kissing in it. It is so stupid. Just because there was kissing in it, she didn't let us watch them. Like, what the fuck? Now I hate Disney Channel. The only 2 Nickelodeon shows that I still like are SpongeBob and Drake and Josh. All the others suck, and every show on Disney Channel sucks. So yeah, that's what I decide to talk about. I hope we're coming up on the part where I'm gonna cut it for part 9. Not that I want to end the part, but you know, this is boring at this point. I mean, I want to have fun making Let's Plays. I want you guys to have fun watching my Let's Plays. And I know this is not gonna be my best episode.
We've got a thermal signature on something big headed
Oh
our way.
good. I think it's ending. Yeah. They just said the big thing heading our way.
Seeing this?
My God! It's a battleship!
All hands, this is command. We got a battleship closing in. Repeat, a battleship is heading for the Ark. All units, that battleship's our top priority.
Well, that's my cutoff point. I know this episode is kind of long for my videos. But thank you guys for watching part 9. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you weren't too bored, and I hope that my lisp didn't get to you all that much. But if it did, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to get used to it, because I'm gonna have this thing on for some months. Which means that the next few of my Let's Plays are probably going to be affected by this as well. Unless I get used to it, but I don't know yet. So, thanks for watching part 9. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in part 10 when we go to take out that battleship. So, until part 10, peace out.